A lot of them think that it's a flexible schedule. It's I work by my hours and I can just do it whenever I need it to do.
You know what? On next podcast about work-life balance, I have to sit here and my wife have to sit there.
Oh,
or maybe
she'll tell
Julia
you the
have to sit
truth.
there.
Is there a life balance, work-life balance? How do you balance?
I think for me it's hard. I'm still figuring it out.
Hey everyone, today on the podcast we're going to be talking about work-life balance as a busy real estate agent. Is it true or not? And today I have two of the top producers here with me, Dima and Julia. And today we're going to either share how we balance it or maybe...
We don't balance.
we don't
I
balance
will disappoint you.
Yeah, because maybe a listener is not a real estate agent but interested in a career, and a lot of them think that it's a flexible schedule. It's I work by my hours and I can just do it whenever I need it to do.
You know what? On next podcast about work-life balance, I have to sit here and my wife have to sit there. Or maybe
she'll tell
Julia
you the
have to sit there
truth.
and her husband have to. And
We have
it's
to
gonna
have
be true
spouses.
story. It's gonna
Yeah.
be true story.
We gotta
But
have
Right.
spouses chime in and
Yeah.
give their opinions. Is there a life balance, work-life balance? How do you balance?
I think for me it's hard. I'm still figuring it out. But
Yeah.
I did expect that it will be like busy because I know that I want it to be full time. So I know that I have to invest time to create my successful real estate career. But it is hard. Even going on vacation, you can't turn off your phone for you can't. 5 minutes and I'm like,
It's like you call it workation.
Yeah, and
It's a
and
workation.
it's crazy, and it depends on the person,
Yeah.
because when I became a real estate agent, I'm not the real estate agent. It's already lifestyle for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't work it for money. I don't work for paycheck. I'm here for the real estate in general, and I cannot control it anymore. I have to work. I have to work. I have
Just
to work.
imagine you doing it 9 to 5 again, and 5 o'clock
No,
you turn
no,
off.
never. No,
You can, right?
I'm never going back for sure. But before, it's changed me a lot, because before I did like 5 countries a year. I travel a lot. I cannot imagine I didn't visit any country this year. Yeah.
This year had been 4 months and you haven't visited no country.
And my wife went to 3 different countries already without me.
Really?
Whoa.
Wow.
So there is no
You're missing out.
work-life balance for me. But
How many hours you work a day?
depends. But
24/7.
24/7.
Ah, that's
Sometimes
true.
really, like you wake up, you check a phone,
Yeah.
there's stuff to do, and then right before bed you put it back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes, like when you're slow, sometimes you're slow a little bit. Some different seasons, like in August, you're gonna be slow.
But
a
I
little
think
bit,
I
but
still I still have some anxiety that I have to check my phone in the morning or before. Like I'm
you think-
checking it all the
Do you think
time.
it's like a little bit of mental issues we have right now with our phones? Because like I
Maybe.
have this thing too. Like I need to check if something happened. Like
Because
why do I have to check it? Really?
you know what happens sometimes? Like I remember a situation when I saw in my DM requests in Instagram that somebody DM'd me, but I didn't reply. I said, "Oh, it's Sunday. I'll reply tomorrow," and I was late. That guy
it's gone.
said, yeah, that somebody else answered to him yesterday, so he just went with that agent. But then he came back because obviously I'm the best. But I was disappointed that because of me he went somewhere else.
Yeah, but honestly, you can't be everywhere all the time.
But it
so-
bothered me. Like I was
know.
bothered by it. I'm
course.
like, oh my God,
That's why
somebody's
I've
better than me. Like you said, you went in the morning. I took this spot in the parking. I was first, or I came to the office and I was 1st. I'm above you or something. You said something like that.
yeah. When I come in earlier than anybody,
Yeah,
I feel like
I
I'm
wanna
outpacing
be.
everybody.
Yeah, I want to be this, and
like-
this driven me
Like
too.
before I had kids, I would always wake up super early,
Mm-hmm.
and every time I wake up super early, I feel like I'm on top of it.
Mhm.
I am the one. You still guys sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
I'm
it.
putting my hours already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
put in my
do you have the
input.
same, Dima?
Yep, totally. And
You see?
sometimes it's really bad, because it's time to relax. It's like it's family time, or I spending time with
But
my
the mind's
friends.
still
And
running.
yeah, and I'm thinking about appraisal waiver, and it's going to
Right.
appraise or not. I'm going to bed and I have to check what is went to the market. So sometimes, yeah, it's
But
crazy.
we were with Dima and I saw his wife too at the sound healing. Like it's something that you're trying to, okay, this is me time. So Dima, you were able to relax?
So I can tell something because I see everyone is relaxing and preparing for this event happening, and me and Julia on the phone.
I was
Yeah, she was talking to some agent or client I know, and I was messaging. I know, like I have like 5 minutes
Is
to
it
answer
sick?
all of my messages, and
This is the life of a realtor,
Mhm.
the one who produces. Because you can be like, I got no phone
Yeah,
calls,
you
nothing.
can
That means
be.
you don't sell. But if you sell, that's how we
but
live.
yeah, if I turn my phone off, like I'm not working right now, I'm still will think about deal about clients, how to how can. So my mind not
Mhm.
clear.
Is it a
But
problem?
For I think long term,
Mhm.
long term. But tell us, so like we're in different hats.
and you looks like from the side you manage it better than
Yeah,
I would
tell
say,
me the secret.
I would
Right.
say this.
2 kids.
There's no
Wife.
secrets. 2 kids, wife, and still
Business.
doing deals and still managing this thing. In terms of controlling my own time, it's easier. I don't have to, be everywhere whenever I need to be, but it's a lot of thoughts.
But
still in
guys,
I have to, like, we did a feedback for agents to provide
Mhm.
what they think about how we doing things, and it's an eye opening. Now I'm like, okay, I had a little blind spot here. It's not big issues. It's like it's things that people saying like we would wish this was there, wish was there, and then it's never ending. It's like you put a deal on the contract, you did inspection, and everything is well, and you kind of did your calls and did your meetings. You kind of can relax for the day. There's moments where you can relax. I cannot never relax.
but do you guys think that becoming a realtor you sacrificed something and what it was? Like what did you sacrifice?
I sacrificed because I went full time 8 months and $70,000
Oh.
because I was working full time and couldn't sell anything.
Mhm.
It took me like 8 months to sell something.
I sacrificed my free time for sure because
Yeah, you could have been traveling.
I worked till 5. I clocked out
Before?
and I was not thinking about work at all. I had my 2 weeks vacation time.
Mhm.
Was going to visit different states, to different countries. But right now, yeah, I cannot relax. I always thinking about deal future clients. How can I
Mhm.
improve myself?
But this is compensated by you showing the house. Your clients saying we'll love it. And you're putting a deal together. You're winning 20 other buyers. And you're putting it together and then you're getting that check at the closing, right? And the happy client hugging. That is all that sacrifice. Wouldn't you agree?
So you're going to sacrifice your free time for that?
Like
You're
no.
doing it. So all successful.
Then why do you do it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because of it. Because of the making
and
deals happen.
Yeah.
This,
And it's
this
not
is a
about
drug.
It's
This is
not
a drug.
about the paycheck. I would say it's not about check.
It's the thing that you gotta pay the bills. It's about making the deals. It's the deals thing.
I mean, I will.
Because quality of life may be better.
I don't increase
But we-
my quality of life that much. Like
Uh-huh.
even I
You can
put
travel for 4 months.
I can put 50% less time,
Mhm.
and I still will have money to cover my bills.
Mhm.
So it's not about covering the bills. I have extra, invest extra, right?
Then why
So,
are you doing? Then
I
why
don't
are you
know.
doing? Because of
see,
you
I don't
doing.
know.
You like it. Don't
Because
you like?
you
like it.
want client, you want this process, you like the process, you like the real estate, you want good feedback about your client from your client, right?
Yeah.
You want referrals. So
You
this
enjoy
is
when
the
you get like
game.
executed contract.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it's the
like
game.
But you see, guys,
Especially when
Dopamine.
it's multiple offers.
Right.
You
right.
pull the strings, you talk to the agent, you like you find out what is the best for your client, what is the best for, and you put in everything together, like manager, and you watching from the top and putting everything together.
but not everyone wants to be a business owner. We own like a business. We, it's driven like you getting good feedbacks, you see people happy, they're referring to you, like your business is growing and you want to be a business owner. Some people, they don't want this responsibility, they getting too,
You're
like it's
like
too
an
hard for them.
entrepreneur. You're
Yeah.
looking for your clients, you're getting the deal done, you're solving problems, you're closing it, you're getting referrals, you're meeting them, you're doing some events, you're
Right.
generating leads. You're an entrepreneur, you
Mm-hmm.
know? But some people could be, give me the client, I'll show houses, I'll close it, give me another client. I don't want to
Right.
I don't want to
Chase
build my
them.
brand.
Mhm.
Those work in the teams. Those kind of agents work in teams. And there's places for, team players and entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
And some entrepreneurs bring it to another level. They build a team and they build a mega team. They build big teams. So it
They build
depends on
brokerage.
depends what you want to do. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you can move into maybe some people do flips. It's just all in real estate. But
Yeah.
in terms of sales, flips is also it's a different story. But it's also takes away, like, you're putting no money on the line too when you're doing flips. Plus, it's riskier because
Risky, yeah.
market changes, and it's a lot of management too because it rains and you get 10 flips going on.
Hmm.
You got issues
Yeah.
and all these problems.
But I
anyway,
wish I would have more time for myself, like work out,
then
eat
don't take too many
healthier.
clients.
I
Say
still
them
no
no.
no
Tell them no.
no. I don't want to tell them no. I wish I would manage my schedule differently. Maybe wake up earlier, then I have time for myself. But sometimes I work like 11 p.m. I'm writing an offer, or I was explaining the client the contract. Like so much more that you like. Oh, I can give up on myself this day. I'll do it later. Like you're giving up on yourself sometimes. But you like I want to manage the clients. I don't want to tell them no, so I have time. I want to squeeze my time somewhere, but sometimes it's not squeezable,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, we're 24/7. The mind goes on like in the middle of a night. I have things like in the middle of a night. I think I forgot to handle this deal. You know, I've had it. Yeah, I forgot to reply. I think I forgot to reply. I don't know how the mind picked it up because I kind of like forgot about it for a week, and I'm like looking at the shoot.
Yeah, but definitely
It's a lifestyle.
this job like giving me like when I'm making phone calls, I see that I'm fighting with being confident when you're talking to strangers because it's take your energy, and you competing with bunch of different agents who in the business 20 years and they've been calling years, and you calling like I'm in the business 30 years, so
Yeah.
it's bringing a lot of also.
But you agree, right? Sometimes when I'm on the phone, sometimes I'm looking at myself from a side. Sometimes I'm saying, "I'm so good." You know?
Oh yeah,
Do you
yeah.
have
I
that?
know that feeling because
Wow.
this
Right?
is the competition.
You sometimes
This is
you're
that you
moving,
enjoy
you're
it.
moving the needle,
Yes.
and I'm like, this is my words that I'm pulling out right now, and I know where to take this right now.
Yes,
I know the finish line is here, but I know that a lot of people don't know how to do it.
And the worst part because I was it's fear of delegating. Like
Mhm.
because I can handle this client much better than I delegate
Of
this client
course,
to
of
someone.
course.
I can know what question to ask.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to push on the listing agent if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
I know what to ask from like my client and how to put the deal together. So and it's I'm enjoying it.
You can put it faster.
But you see
Yes.
how many
And with
skills you have
better-
to master.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Do
Like
you think anybody can do it?
Not everyone, but at some point like they can reach out their
if you're
limits?
coachable, some people, oh, I can't, and they can't.
Yeah.
But if you're coachable, you are. I am.
I was bad. I didn't know anything in the beginning. Like maybe when I started getting into real estate, I was start researching, so I started learning things. But I can look at myself, like 3 years before I got into real estate. I would start at not at the zero, but below zero. Like
But you accepted the challenge and you wanted it.
Yeah.
Some people, oh, it's not
like
happening.
right
for me.
now, it's a total different skill set for me. Like I'm building the brokerage.
Mhm.
Forget about residential sales. Now it's leadership, managing. Now right now I have people that are working in the office. You can't just like when something goes wrong, you can yell. You can't
Yeah.
say you're doing it wrong. It's not right. But it's different. Like leadership skills now is important. Like a lot of good salespeople are not good managers.
but it's still mentoring. You was mentoring your clients to put the deal together. Right now, you're mentoring
I
your
think
agents.
it's still different. It's like
It's
you being a
different, but in
salesperson and then
some
you being a
point.
manager and a leader. It's different. You know, it's different skill set. Some good managers and leaders also could be not a good salespeople. Like they might not be able to sell a lot of houses, but they're really good with, you know, they're not lead generator, but if they have a lot of people around them, they will feel, everybody wants to be around them. You know, like our previous in the office we were managing broker. I don't think he was selling a lot, but he was very good in you
Yeah.
know, with people. Everybody just was in that office because of him.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was just very pleasant person.
That's nice.
You know? But he wasn't going out and marketing himself. I don't know. I mean,
Maybe
What-
at that time, because
maybe, yeah.
he already.
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes like when you have good intentions, the word spreads out and you start building your business just by on its own, just by referrals. So maybe he was big at that when he was selling.
How you manage your time? My personal time, I have shareable calendar with my wife,
That's nice.
and she
Have
adding
to think about it.
she
I
adding
don't have it.
events, and I know like I don't have, because like I don't need to make showings or
Mm-hmm.
but it's really hard when she make plans, and there is like inspection or closing.
Oh
I
yeah, and
cannot
you have
manage it if closing scheduled for next week for certain times, right? So
I mean, you can always not go.
but the same, it's going to like I'm not that good agent if I don't go to the closing. So what going my clients gonna think about me?
Sure.
I'm losing referrals because they're not going to refer me because I'm not going to the closing, and all these thoughts.
You know,
You know?
you'll hear a lot of people on YouTube, coaches even in real estate, say, "Oh, why you go to the close? It's a waste of time." And everybody's like, "Waste of time, waste of time." Like it could be waste of time, but my clients want it and they feel good if I'm there. So to me, it's just exceeding expectations and providing good service. Yeah, you're sitting there really not doing much,
Mm-hmm.
but your client wants you there. You know, so
It's a support. He have to feel a support, and
Yeah.
you there just for support.
yeah. But you know, this a lot of it's also hard for spouses, right? Like your husband, he's also in sales. He probably
Yeah, and
works
he
a lot
working
too.
a lot. Yeah, so we
you
kind
both
of
like, okay, we're fine.
Yeah.
You work a lot, I work a lot. But it's hard for those who like who work 9 to 5
Yeah.
and then they're
But
home.
I
and
tell
the
you, when
husband-
he has the days off, and I'm like, oh, I
Oh,
have
yeah.
showings. He has days off. I kind of don't have them because I still choosing
You know,
to work.
right now I can see that some days not that busy. Like right
Right,
now,
right.
Saturday, Sunday, even Monday, because some Monday I always on my phone. I'm following up on
offers.
offers that I sent earlier. So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday it's
Mhm.
busy days, but I would say maybe Tuesday and Wednesday can
Mhm.
be much slower.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
can, I can take time off and
And
spend with
especially
my
if you've been in the business for a little bit and you started getting referrals and people coming back, then sometimes you can take a foot off the gas on lead gen, and you don't have to run around, do seminars, do different stuff. You
Mhm.
can just say, I know that the phone
Seminars.
calls are coming. You know, if I do a good job, I make sure my clients are happy, I'm gonna still keep getting phone calls. And when you wanna like, but I'll tell you, like 2021, I was super busy, but I still had time to. I was on my track to close. We started doing 2021. We were closing 132 deals, and I still had time to be in the hospital when my wife was delivering
Wow.
my daughter. You know, and I was there for the whole day. No problem. Everything was manageable. You know, so you're still able to squeeze in if you block it. Like next week, I need to go somewhere. You block it, you can work around it. What is there? A showing? You can have somebody cover you if you really need to go somewhere. But
Mhm.
if you work 9 to 5, your boss tells you gotta be here. You gotta be here. You're locked in. You know.
Yeah.
So we're working all the time, but if you really need that hour off, you can have it. Nobody can tell you nothing. You can
Yeah.
ask for coverage, or just reschedule it. Sometimes things could be rescheduled. But you really like right now when you're an agent, because I'm looking at now, I know two sides of a coin. I know running the brokerage. I know being a sales agent. Being a sales agent is much easier. It's much easier. You're only focusing on generating clients and following up with them and staying in touch. Here, what I'm doing is like million things on my mind. Sometimes I'm like, can you just turn it off and like think about something else, you know? And that's why I smoke cigars, because that turns me off.
Okay.
You know, I'm just put a YouTube video and I light up a nice cigar and I'm just enjoying it, you know? That's my like my time off. Like I don't have no hobbies. So cigar is my
Yeah.
hobby.
Yeah.
Julia, do you have a hobby?
Yeah.
So actually, you said about cigars.
her
I
hobby-
think
Her
no.
hobby is showing houses.
Real estate, my work, my life, and my hobby. Right?
I
Yeah.
think I like to go with my friend or somewhere. So we sit down and we just chat about
Yeah, to the
some
showing, right?
Yeah. I mean, sorry,
I was
I
just
said
with
yeah.
my friends to the showing.
No. Like sit down, like eat oysters, and I'm like, oh my god, like you know,
Yeah.
just
I deserved it, right?
yeah.
I guess maybe you gotta treat yourself maybe with some. You don't buy expensive stuff.
I don't understand the expensive stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. But that's good.
I
I'm
don't
like
have
50-50.
brands too.
I'm like 50.
Maybe I wanted a car, like better car, but also
Still car, like car, you need car just to drive.
yeah.
You need car to
But
help you to produce
being
money,
a realtor,
and
my
that's it. I
husband
don't know. I don't understand. the
told me,
expensive
you
car.
know, your car now is worse. He throw a number. I'm like, how much? And he's like, because you have a lot of miles. Nobody wants your car with so many miles.
I think with the cars, I have opinion about the cars. Those who like it's I think it's you there's it's deep. If we go deep, it's talking about insecurities. Now I want to uncover that. Insecurities means I want
I
people
don't
to see
agree.
what I drive,
No.
so they think about me highly. I have a feeling about it. Like I think that's what
Depends
people
what
deep
car.
inside. That's why people buy them.
I do you remember when we talk when I just joined your team
Yeah.
and I was driving
Toyota?
Right? Yeah, Mazda.
Mazda?
Oh,
Mazda
Mazda.
with the rust on the bottom.
yeah, and I remember Oleg told me like, what's up with the car?
Well, I'll tell you this. I wasn't really pushing on the car. I wasn't
No,
really
yeah,
saying
yeah.
anything about the car. But I noticed it, you know, but I wasn't really like, you know, I knew that you will have to upgrade, but I wasn't saying like, bro, you got to change the car or anything.
Yeah, and I know
But I
some
remember that
agent
car.
from the city. I know some agent from the city when they in the team or like in sort
Yeah.
of brokerage, they push on it. Like you have to dress up this way, you have to drive this car.
But look at
at
this.
least.
He drove Mazda, but I know that he had investment property. So like he's not like broke. He's got
Right.
the money, but he's still driving a cheap car.
But I had
Frugal
the
guy.
Toyota Corolla 2004 when I started, and I kind of was ashamed of it. I don't know why. I mean, before I wasn't ashamed, but when I started meeting people and everyone was driving better car, not expensive car, but better car. So I was parking a little bit far and walking, and you're like,
I upgraded my rusty Mazda to Toyota
Corolla.
Corolla
Ah!
2017. Perfect car. I don't know.
perfect car.
Because I don't value material
Material
things
things, yeah.
at all. It's like
But
I have
you rather
investment properties.
travel,
I travel
see?
5 countries a year, right? Why do I need to show
I
car or
just
something?
like car, like
But I
it
like
has to be
the Tesla
comfortable.
right now. I can
You
tell.
like it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's
But also,
expensive.
it's like you can look at your Tesla. You bought new Tesla. It's because you want to save money on the gas. You know, so you
No, it's not-
upgraded the car.
It's not the intention,
Uh-huh.
not the same, but I knew I need a new
You
car.
get the credit from the government and then save on gas and the new car. You get best
Yeah,
of
yeah,
both
yeah.
worlds. It's about insecurities. It's something with insecurities. I know that a lot of people are gonna say, "Yeah, I'm enjoying my car. Don't tell me that it's for other people. I'm enjoying my car, the colors and comfort." And that could be true too. But for most people, it's they want to show off.
My
It's like how many investments you have. You know, it's like the more you have, the better it is.
yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta have investments. America gives you
But you know,
opportunity.
I want to move to like closer to northwest suburbs and rent our first property. But I cannot spend time on me and looking deals for me. I don't do it.
Yeah,
I
do it on
for
Saturday
fun.
evening.
Yeah, you see, like I
That's
have
what
to.
Stina once told me. Saturday evening, I would
Yeah.
always open up in Malaz, and me and my wife would go through condos and we'll buy. You know?
Yeah, I
That was
was
his hobby.
yeah, I was calling like I want a duplex. I don't know why, but I want a duplex in this place. So I called everyone, and nobody like want to sell in a duplex. You know,
Work-life balance.
there's no. You see, we are like chaos.
It's something that, yeah, but people a lot in my don't you would you ever have a client who says your schedule, would they will talk about your schedule? Never? You never had a client talk about? I had clients, they would say, yeah, your schedule is, wow, you're like, it's not normal schedule. That's what they used to
I
say.
had clients telling me, when do you have a day off? Because
Yeah.
they like I replying on Sundays, on nights.
Yeah, and you have to look at all the platforms, because sometimes clients are messaging through different platforms.
When we on radio on Thursdays,
Yeah.
and like, hey man, how you manage all of this? Like, you showing houses, you selling a lot, because
Yeah.
I'm posting like a closed, and yeah, we're doing podcast. We're going to radio, so
Yeah.
a lot of things
But
going on.
Dima, do you have assistant or no? You just by yourself?
Assistant,
Mm-hmm.
Wife.
yeah,
Social
for
media.
social media.
But
Yeah, she's
yeah.
doing.
As soon as he
Clients-
closes,
Yeah, like.
second, the post already, everything is pictures, everything is
And
ready.
on
Nice.
radio, when
And
we're on
radio,
radio,
yeah.
it's like posted right away
Nice.
Right
with
away.
link to the YouTube, with everything. Yeah,
Wow,
she's my
that's cool.
She used
she's
to
my
do,
support.
she used to do Instagram, no more, yeah?
Yeah, for herself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to do it.
She's not doing no more, yeah.
But at this point, you can manage all of the deals you have. You don't need assistant like who will.
This is
Manage
the
deals.
hugest problem for me. I still like I cannot delegate. Like, when I do something, like, you're not doing good enough as
You
if
just-
I do it
Yeah.
by myself.
You have to be okay that things are not gonna work the way you would do it.
Because I have like certain things like on that loop.
Mhm.
All my deals have to be a certain way. It
Mhm.
should be a photo, contract first one, then the disclosures, then appraisal waiver, then like everything. If you open my dot loop, it's everything the certain way.
Organized.
Yeah,
Mhm.
your dot loop
No.
doesn't have photos on it. Yeah, like. And I see
yeah.
without like, if it's not organized, it's driving me crazy. Like, I have to fix it. I have to
Nice.
do it
Wow.
this way.
Yeah, yeah. Dima is one of the only agents couple that ever deal is closes, Dima sends it for the final review. Like, for the closing. It's supposed to be that. Like,
What
You
do you
choose
mean?
all the documents when you upload its master statement of the closing,
Okay.
and you choose everything and submit for review. And Olenka,
that means
going
it closed.
yeah,
And then Olena sees it, and then she reviews, and she closed the file. But usually we bring the master, and then Olena does everything
Alright.
manually. Yeah, but I see it because it shows me too, because I have an admin
Ah.
account.
or when
It
it's
says Dima sent
terminated,
it.
I uploaded mutual cancellation agreement. The same, everything.
Yeah,
You know, a lot of agents just archive and that's it,
yeah.
and you have to send for.
Olena then checks. She knows that this one terminated, then she checks. Oh, it's there.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah, but
But
yeah.
I have to think about the system. I have to train them to do it my
You
way.
can train. I mean, you can train. You can, this is how I want it. But again, it's gonna be. I need to write an offer at 9 p.m. And there's things that you will still have to be doing the paperwork. Some agents are like on a track to do 70 or 80 deals a year. I know one who's done everything himself. No assistance at all. It's like, I don't know. It's a little bit too much. That's what I was doing in 2021. And then 22 we got Elena, which is like I can't even imagine. I
Wow.
can't even imagine. Do you know how many things she does? She does more things than me, probably. You know? With Sophia, if I was doing it on my own, that's it.
Mhm.
That's it. That's it. And that's it. So on that note, we're gonna probably finish the podcast. Thanks for watching. And you know, this is the true story about the work-life balance.